Hey, it's Trevor. Welcome to today's lesson. Today I want to share with you a cool bass line I found out the other day. It's from a tune called Games People Play by Mel Torme. It's a Carol Kaye original bass line. I found it here in this book, Electric Bass Lines number 2. I'm going to be showing you a bass line one time through the chorus, which is just 8 measures long, in fact. Let me play you the whole thing so you get the idea, and then I'll break it down and we'll learn it together. 1, 2, 3. Cool. If you're familiar with that song, you'll know it's actually supposed to be played about twice as fast as that. I'm focused on note accuracy and rhythm accuracy for today's lesson. We can bump up the speed anytime we want, but if we focus on speed first, we're going to be missing the actual meat of the bass line, which is the rhythm and the notes. Let me describe the chord progression for you just so you know the context of what we're playing in. Like I said, it's 8 measures long. First 2 measures, F7. These are all dominant chords, in fact. F7, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. 5 chord. That's C7 here. Then we're going to 4, B flat, C7. Here's the turnaround. Pretty simple. I'm sure you've heard something similar to that before. Let's work on one measure at a time. First one is going to be on that 1 chord, F7, and we're starting on F. Starting with an 8th note. So check it out. It'll be like this. 2 hits on the F note. That's the downbeat of the second measure, F again. Here's the second measure, starting on that F again. My next note after F is going to be B flat, 3rd fret of the G string way up here. It's a little bit of a leap. Check it out. C is going to be our next chord. That's the downbeat. We're holding that first note in that second measure F for a whole beat. It's a quarter note. So like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's play those first 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time and we'll move on. 1, 2, 3. Cool, now we're moving on to the 5 chord, C7. I'll play you the 2 measures that we're going to be working with, and then we'll go over one at a time. Here's 2 measures of C7. That's the downbeat, that 3rd B flat. It's a little bit tricky, you'll see why in a second. I'll play those 2 measures again. Here's the first measure of that 5 chord, C7. Sort of similar rhythm to the very beginning of the song that we learned, the very first measure, where it has those 2 hits on the root note, C in this case. That's the downbeat of the fourth measure. Let's try it again. One, two, three, four. One, two, three. Here's that second measure of the 5 chord. It has this cool octave line in the very beginning. That's how I like to remember this part. It starts with the octave. Just try to get that. Just working with the octave. One, two. One, two. Here's the rest of that measure. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1. I keep saying 1 on that third B flat because she plays B flat, which is the root note of the 4 chord coming up a couple times in the previous measure and on that measure. So it's a little bit confusing, to me at least, where the downbeat, where the 1 starts. So I make sure in my mind, and certainly when I'm tapping my foot, that I know where the downbeat is, where the downbeat is. Let's check out that 5 chord. It's the 2 measures of C7. 1, 2, 3, go. Let's play the first 4 measures, starting on F, remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're paying attention and know a little bit about music theory, you'll know that she's mainly using root 5th octave, flat 7, also some minor 3rd in there. It's like a blues scale, like a pentatonic scale, minor pentatonic scale that she's using throughout this whole line. What makes it really interesting is the rhythm. She's a pick player, and it's her rhythmic choice is busy and tasteful at the same time. I really love it. Let's check out this 4 chord. So it's the 5th measure. We're halfway done, in fact. Again, same opening rhythm that we've been used to. 2 hits in the beginning. I'll play it for you so you get the idea. 4 chord, just 1 measure long. 1, 2, 3. In fact, the last note of this 5th measure is tied into the 6th measure. The C that we play in the 5th measure on that 4 chord ends up becoming the 1 on the 5 chord. I'll play it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That line is pretty simple. Let's play it with the 5 chord beforehand, that C7. It'll make more sense, that tricky rhythm bit I keep mentioning before. Starting on the 5 chord, 3rd measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. One. You have to keep it straight in your head, at least I do. Let's play that same part again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Cool, here's that 5 chord right after the 4 chord, 6th measure. Actually, in fact, it'll be easier to play it if we play both of those measures together. So I want to play the 5th measure again, this time adding the 6th measure, C7. 1, 2, 3, 4. The downbeat on that 7th measure is a rest. Here it is again, that same part. One. That two bar sequence, that 2 chord sequence, is probably the trickiest part in this whole example, because it has that tied bass line and then that the rhythm on that 5 chord, the 6th measure. It's quite tricky. Let's play what we know so far. Measures 1 through 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I hope you're with me right now. I hope you're practicing this with me. Let's check out these last 2 measures. Remember, it starts with a rest, so you should, and then the next note is on the and. So 1 and, that's the first note. Really feel that downbeat as a rest. That'll help give the rest of the measure context. I'll play these last 2 bars for you. They go together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. One. This low F is going to be the top of the form again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. One, 2, 3, 4. 1 in. That's a pretty classic idea. A walk up to the 5 chord from the 1. F is our 1. It's the root note of the 1 chord. Playing the 3rd, the 4th, sharp 4, 5 on the 5 chord. Classic walk up. Here, I'll play it again for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I think we got the whole thing. Let's play it real nice and slow. Again, focusing on note accuracy and rhythm accuracy. 1, 2. Actually, in fact, let's loop it. Let's loop it a bunch of times. 1, 2, 3, go. I really hope you're digging this line. Again, it's supposed to be played about twice as fast if you're listening to the recording, but it should be grooving just as hard, even at this slower tempo. It's all about note accuracy and rhythm accuracy. I hope you found this lesson informative, and if you did, I'd really appreciate it if you gave the video a like. I'll also be in the comments section below answering any questions you might have. Until then, take it easy.